Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have a game on what I've deemed Crystal Forest. It is actually 1v1 test map number 5 on the public test realm right now, and it's being played between Vequeth, or Vequeth. He is a moderator on StarCraft Reddit. He is the blue Protoss here on the top spawn of Crystal Forest, and his opponent today is going to be Broom, the red Zerg here on the far left side spawn. I did mention that I would be accepting some replays from the public test realm so that I could do a few casts and get a little bit of a feel for these new maps. So Vequeth actually submitted 3 replays, so I'm going to actually cast all 3 of them as they are on 3 of the different maps. So the first one here, Crystal Forest, going to go over the layout just a little bit once again. The main does have a destructible rock entrance in the back that's connected to the adjacent spawn, but Broom and Vequeth are going to be safe from that this time around, as their opponents are on these opposite positions across the sort of symmetrical diagonal, actually leading from the top left to the bottom right. So they have nothing to worry about really from those destructible rocks in their mains. On the other hand, they do have just a small ramp here out in front, like you would see on Metalopolis or Lost Temple. Nothing too crazy there. There's a lot of room in these mains, though, to hide pylons, hide tech structures, and things like that. If a Terran were to scan your base, they would have to scan probably 3, maybe even 4 times to see absolutely everything. No Terran in this game, of course, though, so nice PVZ here on this new map, Crystal Forest. And once again, that's not the official name, that's just what I've been calling it for the sake of, I don't know, having a map named after what I've called it. But Broom is going to show up in Vequeth's base, start gnawing away on this pylon. As far as timings, everything seems to be going as you would expect from Vequeth. I did ask that submitted replays be diamond level at least, so I'm pretty sure these guys meet those qualifications. Broom I've actually heard of before as well. He's played in a few tournaments and things. Never actually had any tournament wins that I know about, but he is Masters level, I'm fairly certain, so should be seeing a good Master level game here on this public test realm map. And like I said, Vequeth did submit 3 replays. Not all of them are against Broom, but I'm going to try and cast all of those. Cybernetics Core coming down at a proper time. Actually looks like there is a little bit of a space where he can plug a Zealot in there on hold position and keep that drone from coming back in, although Broom is not done snooping around with his drone just yet. Now it looks like he might be, as he's queued out of there. Single Zealot is about to pop out, already rallied to that spot where he can just hold position and sit in the choke, though Vequeth hasn't done it yet. A couple of lings coming from Broom, actually maybe just a single ling here. This visibility blocker actually working quite well to keep this ling from seeing anything just a couple of feet away from it. That's going to be an interesting mechanic, I think. Having that giant visibility blocker just outside of your main could help, could hinder you at different points. We'll see what happens. Vequeth is just chilling with a couple of lings here. One thing about this map, Crystal Forest, these Xel'Naga towers are just kind of in a strange spot. They don't grant a lot of vision for this particular spawn setup here, with the top spawn and the far left spawn. The Xel'Naga towers there, we see Broom actually taking one of them, doesn't seem to actually grant a ton of vision to anything important, as if Vequeth were going to attack, he could actually walk through this little path that Broom is taking now, and displaying my point quite well, and be totally undetected by that Xel'Naga tower. So, I mean, it cuts it close, but you could actually walk around without it being detected. Broom actually wants to probably take this Xel'Naga tower, as it is much closer to his enemy's base instead of this one, but, you know, he could actually have both, as he does have a lot of very cheap Zerglings there available for that duty. A couple more gateways coming down from Vequeth. Looks like a nice 3-gate, possibly an expansion being planned out, as well as his minerals are approaching 400 here. Broom, on the other hand, does have a few roaches out. I haven't actually looked at his base in a while. He did get Zergling speed upgrade and then a roach warren, has not expanded, so just doing some one base play right now, and actually being quite aggressive with it, taking out a couple of units there from Vequeth and actually showing up at the ramp now. Vequeth does have a single sentry. Is he going to be able to fight off all of these lings? I don't think he will. These roaches already attacking the gateway. Not sure how Vequeth is actually going to survive this. Luckily for him, a couple of warp gates are done flipping over now, so he could actually ward this off. He is probably going to lose a warp gate in the process, but he will be able to kill some of these lings at least. 5 roaches here, no 6 roaches now from Broom trying to take out this pylon. Single Ling still running around as well. Vequeth is basically pinned in his base. He's dropped a robotics facility and gateway number 3 to replace that one that just went down. Vequeth is supply blocked as well, so he's going to have to pull all his probes or risk losing the game right here. Broom still has a decent supply of roaches right now, but these stalkers are helping whittle them down. The cybernetics core does go down, but luckily for Vequeth, he already got this robotics facility built, and with a couple more warp-ins, he might actually be able to hold this off. Broom now looking a little bad here, as he did not expand. He's not going to gain a massive advantage over Vequeth, even though he did manage to kill a few probes. Actually, Vequeth is still ahead 18-14 in harvester count, 19-14 before I clicked away there, but Broom showing back up with a bunch of lings, bunch of roaches. Vequeth still very limited on his defensive capability here, but with this immortal coming out, it is going to do him wonders against this primarily roach offensive here that Broom's been sending, and now Broom is expanding here at his natural. Let's take a look at the natural. Actually we got to look at Broom killing off some units here. Vequeth did get his immortal out. It's already shooting away at these roaches, doing a bajillion damage a shot. I don't think Broom is even going to get through the shields on that immortal, so Vequeth successfully warding that off. Gonna have to rebuild his cybernetics core though to warp in some more stalkers. For now, all he can get are immortals and zealots. Broom not done terrorizing him just yet. He's got 7 Zerglings here still that could actually do some damage on these probes. We'll see if Vequeth is able to defend. His units are a little bit out of place right now. Single probe does go down. Vequeth comes over to respond to this, and I'm not sure if Broom's actually going to be able to do much else at this point. Just running around the back, goes for another probe kill, thinks better of it, and runs back out. Bunch of lings here at the bottom of the ramp as well. He could actually move up and have a nice surround, perhaps on this immortal or even on these zealots and stalkers as well. Hatchery about to come up. Looking at the natural, it looks to be very, very easy to defend. It's kind of wide open on the top here. A little bit of an opening on the right side, but spine crawler placement looks to be pretty good. If you drop one actually right around here, you could hit part of your mineral line and protect this ramp to a small degree. Vequeth, of course, not expanding. He needs to try and rebuild in his main first. If we look at the harvester count, though, Vequeth still with a 6 probe lead. Broom has not gathered any gas in a while. He's at 0, as you can see. Oh, and Vequeth is pushing out of his base now that that second immortal is done. He's got a couple of sentries and stalkers in tow as well. Gonna take out some lings as they move through these visibility blockers. Could have tried something fancy with that, but no need for that right now. Just trying to get a feel for the map still. Larva injects right on time. Ooh, good move by Vequeth, force fielding that ramp, so no reinforcements are going to be possible for Broom. However, he doesn't like the looks of that spine crawler and the lings and roaches that are already there, so he is going to back off. I have to imagine he would have done some decent damage there had he just committed. The immortals would have taken out that spine crawler pretty quickly. But a bunch of lings being made for Broom still, roaches and lings constantly being produced to try and keep up. Vequeth is expanding now, so he did just take a quick peek at his opponent's setup. Knows that he has time to throw up a Nexus. Good move by him. Getting a robotics bay now. Looks like he wants to switch into 3 gates and Colossi here soon. Broom, on the other hand, not really doing much of anything, not using his larva at the moment. He's got a lot of money though, so it looks like he might actually try to take another expansion. Now he is making some roaches and lings to continue to bolster his army. I wanted to say boost and bolster at the same time, came out as bolster. Anyway, Vequeth and Broom very even on supply, still 57-60, not bad at all. That does indicate that Broom's army is actually going to be a little bit more substantial because this worker count is so different. But in actuality, Vequeth's army is nearly even in value, and in units lost, Vequeth is still a little bit behind. Obviously did lose these buildings here at the front, set him back just a little bit, but he's ahead on harvesters. He's going to be even on bases here soon. Broom trying to be just a little sneaky here, breaking down these destructible rocks. Vequeth doesn't know about this yet. He's only got 1 observer hanging out in Broom's base right now, but as these rocks go down, Broom gets closer and closer to this somewhat undefended natural here. There's a single cannon being built. There are some sentries and the army is not far away at all. Broom might actually just want to send a single ling in there to test the waters before revealing his entire force here. 76 supply against 70. Broom actually does have quite a lot of units here. Is Vequeth going to see this? Yes, he does see it, just with the visibility granted by his assimilator there. So dropping a ton of great force fields, keeping these roaches from really being able to do anything. I'm going to watch the Immortal health here, as they are going to be quite pivotal if Vequeth is going to hold this off. Pulling lots and lots of probes to help defend here. Immortals both still standing, gathering up some kills. 7 kills for one of them, 9 kills for the other, 7 kills on the one that goes down, 10 kills, and rising on this last remaining one. Vequeth does seem to have enough Stalkers and probes and zealots and things to actually hold this attack. He did lose just a couple of Immortals there, and there's already another one out to start replacing them. So Broom looks like he is going to take this short path from his natural across this third with the 2 destructible rocks now destroyed. It's almost like a scrap station scenario where you can get units from your base to your opponents quite quickly. Vequeth might not be able to be fast enough here to actually repel this Ling and Roach attack. Going to lose some more probes, but he does have a decent number of Stalkers, and this next Immortal is going to help take out these Roaches pretty easily. I'm not sure if Broom actually got his lair finished or Roach speed research, but definitely would be a suggestion for him if he's going to continue assaulting like this. Single Immortal does go down again, but look at this Stalker, 18 kills on a single Stalker, 10 on another, 8 between these other two. So lots and lots of kills. Of course, some of those are Lings, but when you have an 18-kill Stalker, you got to feel like a little bit of a badass. But Ling's being killed off now by these Zealots. Broom just continuously assaulting the natural here for Vequeth, not able to get in edgewise as these Zealots and Stalkers keep warping in. He's got +1 upgrades on his weapons. That's obviously making a big difference. Let me just glance back there and see if that lair ever did come up. No, it didn't. So I didn't think I saw any roach speed researching. So Vequeth actually doing a good job holding off that initial attack, even after losing a gateway and a cybernetics core, was able to rebuild, establish a natural base, and start doing upgrades. Those Immortals were very pivotal in holding off those roaches and Lings, and Vequeth will take this game on Crystal Forest. Let's go see what other replays he submitted on the other public test realm maps.